Before I met John, I was on a lot of different dating websites. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not new here and you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Dabby and today's video is all about dating. It's all about dating websites because God knows there are just so many these days and they aren't really all the same. They're all quite different from each other, and sometimes I feel like you don't know which one to go to depending on what you want. If you've been on the channel for quite a while, following me for quite a while, you'll know that I have a boyfriend who is now my fiance, and we met online, and I'm going to be sharing that website with you guys as well. But yeah, I'm going to get straight into today's video. So first off, I'm going to start with OkCupid because it has a very close place to my heart. That is where I met John. Before I met John, I was on a lot of different dating websites. And I will tell you, OkCupid was definitely my favorite. And this is because it gives you the opportunity to actually build out a profile. You can pretty much put in things that are very important to you, and on the flip side as well, the other people you might be looking at, they have profiles that state the things that are important to them, and you can kind of figure out whether you like them based off of that and not just a picture. And that's why I liked it. But they have both a free version and a paid version, I believe. So with the paid version, you can tell when people like you before you express interest in liking them, which is like kind of cool. And I believe it has no ads, and also if I remember correctly, they would actually suggest people based on like matching both of your answers to questions, and you can see the probability of how compatible you are. So it could be like 28%, which probably stay away from them 91%, and like I just thought that was really cool and very helpful. And another thing I like to note about OkCupid is the fact that it's very inclusive, so you can pick your sexual preferences, whether you are straight or gay or somewhere in between. You can put that in, and yeah, I think that's quite essential in this day and age. So next up is Bumble, and the unique thing about Bumble is it puts a bit more power in the hands of the woman, which is something I kind of like. So similar to any other dating sites, you both have to match each other, but when you do match, only the woman can make the first move. So it gives the woman the opportunity to message the man, and I believe you have 24 hours. If you don't message in 24 hours, that expires. But I think that's really cool. And these days, with like everything going on, they also have the feature to make video calls, so you can have a little video date. There is a free and a paid version, and I think one of the added benefits of the paid version is, again, you can see who has liked you before you express your interest in liking them. So one you might not have heard of is Inner Circle. Now, Inner Circle is a very different one. It's more tailored towards ambitious, more career-minded individuals. Another thing to note that it's quite exclusive, so they actually screen everybody before like you actually get to be put on the profile. I believe they have a free version, but it's one of those ones I think for you to get really everything that you want from the app, you would need to get a full membership, which costs about £20. So a cool thing about Inner Circle is the fact that they also host events, which I feel like is very like, oh, it's very cool, it's very posh. And if that is what you're into, or that is the type of person you're looking for, that is probably a good place to start. So if you're someone who is a Muslim who is looking for love, a good place to start is MustMatch. MustMatch is a Muslim dating app that I believe is, for the most part, free. There are a lot of cool things about MustMatch, including the fact that you can actually filter by like sects, because obviously it's a religious dating site. You can also filter by ethnicity, So because obviously the app knows that some of the clientele might be a bit more conservative, they have certain features that tailors just to that. So first of all, you have the feature where you don't actually have to show your face. You can keep your pictures hidden or you can keep them blurred. You can also actually have a chaperone attached to like your match or your date or whatever. I think that's really cool because it caters to the type of people who might use the app. So for a Christian dating site, I would say one of the biggest ones out there is Christian Mingle. The cool thing about Christian Mingle is the fact that they have quite a big client base, which means you have more people to choose from. Usually matches are suggested to you based on your personality, and your personality matches and traits and things you might have in common. Another thing that I feel like would probably put my mind at rest even more is the fact that they have quite a strict verification process. According to the data that Christian Mingle has put out as well, they have quite a balanced clientele, which means it's not like they have too many men or too many women. It is quite balanced, and that would probably make it easier to find somebody. Now to the OG dating app, Tinder. I feel like I don't need to speak so much about Tinder because it's so popular, but one thing to note in the UK as well as probably a lot of different countries is that these days Tinder tends to be more for hookups, if you get what I mean. If you're looking for something more serious, you're less likely to find it on Tinder. I'm not saying it's impossible, but that's not what most people go on there for. Tinder also has the usual swipe left and swipe right feature. It's not very detailed, unfortunately. For the most part, I feel like what you're picking people on is based on their picture, name, and age. Maybe a little few sentences about themselves, but that's usually most of what you get from Tinder. Next up is Hinge. The unique thing about Hinge for me is, first of all, their marketing strategy is the fact that it is designed to be deleted. How like sleek and cool is that? Another really cool thing to note is the fact that you can add videos to your profile. So instead of having just pictures, you can have videos in addition to pictures on your profile. They also have the ability or the feature for you to date from home, which is kind of like, I believe, an online date on the app, within the app. And for the paid version, you also have the ability to filter. So you can filter based on different things, including height, and lots of other things if that is what you're into. So for the LGBTQA plus community, you obviously have Grindr. Grindr, for the most part, from what I understand, because I haven't obviously been on the app, is primarily the clientele on there, the people on there are mostly men, even though it is, I believe, targeted at the whole community. And from my understanding as well, it is more of a hookup kind of space, which then brings me to Her. Her, I believe, was kind of filled a gap in the market. Her is mostly targeted at women or women identifying people, so people who are probably like lesbian or trans women, and bisexual women as well. They also, really cool, hold events, which I guess gives people more of a sense of community as well, which I think is really sweet. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I tried to make it as diverse as possible so that people could pick based on what their interests or personality types may be. And I wish you all the best in your love escapades, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!